Continuing on here on a Thursday from Radio Row, and we are joined now by the former St. Louis Ram. So far, hey, 2 for 2 on former St. Louis Rams. Kurt Warner started the day.
Just saw him.
Yeah, he's always here. You're always here too. How many Radio Rows is this for you, Kyle Turley?
15 maybe.
Yeah.
Since I ended, I started talking about the Gridiron Greats and that whole thing with Mike Ditka after I was at Kansas City. In 07. So I think I was right away into the Super Bowls in 08 with the charity, having events and raising awareness at these Radio Rows.
And always an entertaining guest on Radio Row. Always something new with Kyle Turley. And I get the email that we're having you, and it says that you're running for president. 2024, it's an election year. All eyes on the election worldwide. And you and Jim McMahon have thrown your hats in the ring together. We don't know who the vice president is yet for Trump, but we know who it is for Jim McMahon.
I'm the VP.
Yeah,
that's right. Jim McMahon's running for president. He's
okay,
take the first bullet, so I can get the good security.
Right,
and come in, and finish the term. But that's our strategy because we know it's coming, right? We were talking about this plant, man. They don't want people talking about this plant. And, we're running as the Cannabis Freedom Party. This country needs a third party. But this two-party system's ridiculous. It's got everybody at odds with each other about nonsense and a bunch of things that they have no power or ability to change whatsoever. And this plant has an amazing opportunity to resolve all things on both sides of the aisle.
We've talked about the benefits of cannabis, and for the past several years that we've had you on, and it just seems more and more we're finding out more of the benefits of it. And with that, it still seems like we are getting more and more pushback from other people.
Right. It's crazy, man. The reefer madness is all back, it seems. There's a whole nother push. I was watching Fox News the other day, and, I flipped through them, CNN, and just to keep up to see what they're talking about. And, it's just like this clear line. It's ridiculous. These conservative platforms that want to demonize cannabis still. And even the liberal platforms are completely ignorant about it, where they're not doing what they need to do to really get it done and explaining why it needs to drop to a Schedule III drug, why we need the Safe Banking Act to pass, why we need hemp to increase to a 1% of THC allowance. It should just be period, whatever. It should all be considered the same thing. And this whole thing with THC should just go away. They're harming patients, people that are getting their lives back, and, having these resolutions with major diseases through cannabis. There shouldn't be a limit at all. And so there's some key bills in play. We really want to push those and make sure that they know politically we're watching them. Is
the pushback because of lack of education, or is it maybe they haven't figured out where the money should go yet?
Yeah, the money's a huge thing, but that doesn't add up, right? Yeah. You got $1 trillion of unbankable cash sitting out here. Missouri just, 1.4 billion? 1.4 billion. Yep. Is there any other industry in Missouri that has a $1.4 billion cash problem? Budweiser's there, but I don't think they can bank their alcohol money. All these other companies can bank their money, and we can't bank our money, these things are insane. And then to understand what I know it to be as the answer to your question, it's that they do not want exposed the number one regulatory system in the human body, because that turns humans into the true beings that they, in my opinion, and my resurgence and reclamation and revenant in cannabis is what happened to me. And I think they really wanted me to die. They want all of us to die. And that, it's not a conspiracy. We've got 25 million plus people dead from pharmaceuticals, and not one cannabis related death in the history of the world. That makes no sense. So when you put it all together, then you have to step back and go, what's the elephant in the room? And that is that they still don't teach in medical school about the endogenous cannabinoid system. And it has nothing to do with this plant, except for that it mimics exactly what's inside of us. And maybe that's why, because they don't want us to have, I guess, health and wellness, because I haven't taken a pharmaceutical in 10 years, and maybe that's it. You're right. Maybe the money.
As you see more and more states that are legalizing it, though, were you surprised that Missouri was as progressive as they were with?
I was excited, but No, because there's a lot of great support there. We work with great partners in Missouri, from St. Louis to Kansas City. I've got
everywhere in between, though.
Yeah.
See, that's where the issues are. It's everywhere in between.
Well, yeah, and I've been down to Jeff City, and I've been in those rooms with these politicians and all these people, and really fighting. And so they see us. Yeah. And so it didn't surprise me because I see a good community of people trying to figure it out and make it good for the state. And the politicians are realizing there's a large constituent base that's out there for cannabis voters, and that it matters to them. And that's what we're trying to inject here. The ability for people to understand that, you shouldn't vote for a candidate this election cycle based on anything political. It should all be about cannabis reform. And there's some serious things that you should be pressing your politicians on at the federal and local levels to get done. And Missouri's still got a ways to go. All these ridiculous branding things with the products, they make us put marijuana real big on, the number one thing on advertising our products, and what is that? That's a Spanish word. This is cannabis is what it is. And it's like they want to go down this reefer madness road, it seems, even in the little ways that they do these subtle, semantic things to try and show that they've got control over this, right? Yeah.
You this year, once again, you guys are going to have your Gridiron Greats Golf Classic, and you don't have to go up against another golf tournament in town this year like you did last year in Phoenix.
I know, man. Yeah, we exactly had the PGA there last week.
Waste management going on. Crazy. Same time you're trying to run a golf tournament for the first time.
I know. It was a good turnout, though. We really did have a great turnout, and this year's our second annual, so really hoping for another great turn. We got a great turnout of guys that committed to come and be at this thing, and we took down a hotel so everybody can have, the ability to use cannabis freely and not worry, and be around other people just the same as them, because these casinos in Vegas don't allow cannabis. They allow everything else and it's unfortunate. So we've got a hotel for everybody. We've got a golf course for everybody. And we're doing all these, things and trying to raise awareness and funds to help support the Gridiron Greats. That's a charity that I've been very committed to, dedicated to over these years now since 2007, at the end of my career with Mike Dicka. And these things are still unfortunate issues in our community, and they need to be resolved.
And you can find out more about it going to rev-mj.com is where all the information is on this.
Yeah, you can go to rev-mj.com, and then you can also go to, we've got a whole hemp line of products out. You can go to thegaspipe.net and order our full line of hemp products that are coming out right now, and they ship to all 50 states. But we're really proud of our partners in St. Louis at Suede Cannabis, and Mitch Myers worked with Budweiser and all those campaigns back in the day, and she's just a stud in the industry, and has helped us continue to be in Missouri, and we're in about 80 plus shops now. So you can get Revenant products all over the state of Missouri right now. We hope people will, whether it's ours or someone else's, get it, use it, and give it to a friend, and continue to support this plant. Know that we're working for everybody in it to get all these things passed.
That's Kyle Turley joining us here on Radio Row. Kyle, thank you so much.
You. Can Graybar help my electrical and datacom jobs be more productive?
Yep. Our supply chain services are designed to do just that.
Like job site services?
Yep. We deliver the products you need where and when you need them, no matter your industry.
What if I have technical questions?
Yep. Our specialists are top-notch.
Emergency support?
Yep. Even after hours.
They're a unicorn.
When you need to keep your projects productive and profitable, rely on Graybar to help you get the job done right. No unicorns required. Yep, Graybar does that.